Hey everybody, welcome back to our show this week. I'll tell you what, today is a special day. We have two contest winners from Tues that won a contest a while back, and they wanted to come up and catch some big fish, but yet still get some fish to eat. We've got a great crankbait bite going out on the mud out here. And you know, we're catching fish from anywhere from 18 up to 30 inches. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what we do in the fall like this to catch fish out on the bay here. You know, this time of year is some of my favorite time of year because I love the cool conditions. Usually the crowds start calming down a little bit, even though today is a Sunday, so there's gonna be a few more people out there than normal. But I'll tell you, it's a fun bite. It's always fun to get the opportunity to meet some new people. So we got Tony today and his dad. Again, they're contest winners from Tues, and you know how Tues is. It's an extremely awesome product. So many different uses. So we're gonna go out there and start off doing some trolling, so you guys hang on to your heinies. Let's see how today goes. Hey everybody, let's talk a little bit about this week's guide trip. You know, this is a very special trip and with Tom and his dad, and it was a contest when they were contest winners with Tues, like I went over. What differently would have you guys done in a scenario like this? Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going 20 foot, and then I'm putting the snap weight on, running number 9 flicker shads, a few 7s, and now what I'm going to do is go another 30 foot. That's putting that bait right down at about 18 to 20 foot. Using all the church boards. These clips are awesome. Sending her back. We're trolling at about 1.8 to 2 miles an hour. Okay, I'm going to start juicing some of these baits up. The water's really dirty. Maybe even start putting some night crawlers on them. What happened is the winds were supposed to be a little bit lighter. They started blowing out of the north, and it really just became a mess out there. You know, we fished till about 12:30, and I asked Tom and his dad, I'll tell you what, if you guys want to pull the plug right now and go in, we will definitely reschedule this trip and do it again. You know, I was trying to do everything I possibly could do, and let me go over a few things what I did, and you guys comment to me if you would have did anything different, because I definitely want to hear. There's a lot of great fishermen out there that watch our show, and we really appreciate the comments. And how do you learn more about fishing than either doing it and listening to other people? And you know, for a guy like me, I've been guiding basically full time for over 30 years, and you know what, I am constantly learning all the time. So I'm asking you guys and gals, what would you have done differently? Just nice and slow, don't pump it. Just nice and slow, just steady. We're finally starting to mark a few fish. That's it. Keep whining, Tom. Don't stop. Don't stop. Take him over that way if you can. There you go. Nice job, Tom. They are far and few today, I can tell you that much. Definitely working for the ones we're getting. They're good fish, but boy, we're not marking a lot. The water's dirty. Cooled down 3 degrees. As you could see, the wind was blowing straight out of the northeast, and it basically, our waves out there were anywhere from 4 to 6 footers. So what I did, I tried to be able to keep consistent speed. I got right into the troughs and started working the troughs, you know, and just to try to keep my speed consistent. Otherwise, what happens is that you can throw out a couple drift socks too, but you got to keep that surge out of the boat. Otherwise, you know what, your boat is, you're going from 1.4 to 2.5 miles an hour. And I feel that that's never good to be so inconsistent on your speed. It's a little bit different when you run your speed from like 1.6 up to 2 miles an hour. You know, that variance in between there is acceptable, and sometimes that'll get the fish to trigger. The other thing is that I was running boat rods with basically weights on them, because them rods don't slap back and forth like your boards do. And the other part too that I did, I want you guys to comment on too, is I myself especially when it gets windy like this, do not believe in having the flags up on your boards, because what happens is that them lines are tight and all of a sudden they get loosened up, and what happened is they drop down, and a lot of times what to do is they'll catch the flag on the inside board right there, and then all of a sudden before you know it, that line starts twisting in there and starts twisting. The other part is too that the water got really muddy and dirty. I was looking for some clearer water, it was nowhere to be found, so what I did is I started running a lot of scent on the baits right there too, and the few fish that we were marking, I was running them baits right at the water column where I was marking them fish. So we did take a little bit of a break from the trolling, you know, and I know Tom and his dad were getting a little bit bored. I mean, the fishing was extremely slow. I think we only ended up boating actually 4 walleyes, so I said, hey, let's take a little break. Let's go in, and the wind was blocked a little bit in off of some of the shoreline there, and we got on some rocks and we started casting the rocks. I only marked a few fish in there. That is the big thing. I didn't spend a tremendous amount of time, and they agreed. We spent maybe about 45 minutes to an hour. I said, hey, let's go back out and see if we can find a pot of fish out in the mud out there and see if we can get them fish to go. You know, the interesting part is that, you know what, and I love about fishing is that I really expected today to be just a banner day with these. The previous days before that, we were putting multiple fish in the boat. It was pretty easy fishing as far as fishing is concerned. So I thought our timing was right, but boy, that northeast wind absolutely killed us. And again, you guys, please comment below, because I really want to know what you guys and gals would do differently than what I did today. Hey, thanks again for joining us, and make sure you guys do us a big favor and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate everything that you guys and gals do for us, and remember, it's a great day to be alive, and we'll see you again next week.